No, it's I don't know what I said. Did you mean to say that? You meant it. Welcome back to another episode of JustOneFern. Luke's not here to talk about a whole lot of nothing. Oh my God.
You okay?
I'm dying. Slowly dying.
You said this one too many times, I think.
My chest hurts. My everything here hurts.
Yeah.
But it's my stomach. I don't know what's wrong with me. Something's wrong with me. Just saying that.
Hey,
everything's wrong with me.
You were made in God's image, so you're perfect just the way you are.
I feel like I'm falling deeper into nothingness day after day. But anyway, how are you?
Do you know the number for the suicide hotline? Because I think I need it.
It's not sewer slide.
Is that for the content bots?
Yeah.
Is that for the impediment on our First Amendment right of freedom of speech?
Sure.
Aaron, are you effing fucking with me right now?
Demonetized already. Demonetized.
Well, that was my joke. I was gonna say, Aaron, are you effing fucking with me right now? I saw a movie and they said that.
They did?
Yeah, I'm like, that's really funny.
Oh, who was it?
I don't know. Movie's called A Case of You.
Oh.
And when I was like 13, it was my favorite movie.
Oh.
Because it was like, it was about how it's Justin Long. You know, I love Justin Long.
Love Justin.
And it is about about him. He's a writer and he's really sad.
Yeah.
And he's in love with this barista at this coffee shop he goes to. Mm-hmm. And he comes home and his friend's like, you should ask her out. He's like, I can't ask her out. Like, I don't know anything about her. He's like, look her up on Facebook. He's like, you can do that? This is 2013, but like Facebook's been around for a while.
Right.
So he does. And then he finds out all the things she likes. He's like, she like posts about liking guitar and like jujitsu and like, what was the other one? It's like rock climbing.
Okay.
And he's like, okay. And he signs up for classes for all of these things to become like this girl.
So it's stalking.
So he stalks her for half the movie.
Okay, got it.
Then he meets her, makes her fall in love with him.
Oh.
And then is like, what the fuck is your problem? Why did you need me to be all this shit for you? That's not who I am. You're coming down on me way too hard right now. Oh. And then she goes, what? She goes, what the fuck? And he's like, fuck you, bye. And he leaves her.
What? Is that the movie?
That's not the end. And then at the end, he comes back to her and he's like, sorry, babe. She's like, it's okay. I love you. I love you now.
What?
It's so dumb. So dumb. He stalks her, lies to her, and then leaves her.
Who's the girl?
I don't know. Nobody famous.
Okay.
As far as I know. Cassie would probably be like, oh, that's Gloria Gavelstein. She's been in
a million things. Yeah. It's like when we played that game and she picked someone from Mamma Mia, right? That we didn't know.
No.
Or something. I don't know what it was from. It was from something and she picked a person. I don't know.
I'd never heard.
We were like, who?
And she's like, choose this and this. I'm like, oh yeah. I think she was in that Christmas movie has all the storylines.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
Actually.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
She was like one of the main girls.
She's the one who gets I think she's the one who gets cheated on by Snape.
Yes, she is. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Oh. Bastard, rat bastard. That's what you get for marrying a Slytherin.
Did you see that? You know the guy that plays Barney's dad? I know that's not the way to describe him. Is John Lithgow?
John Lithgow, yes,
you know
from
him?
Third Rock from the Sun.
Sure.
Also in Harry and the Hendersons.
Wow.
A movie about a family who adopts a Bigfoot. Oh. And they bring him home. That's that movie. Go ahead.
Well, so what is it called? Harry and the Hendersons.
Well,
he's about to be in Harry Potter. He's playing Dumbledore in the new series.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, all I can see him is Crazy Jerry from How I Met Your Mother.
Right. And he's trying to be cool.
Yeah.
So, I'm crazy.
Yeah. Jerry. And he's drinking milk.
It's pretty much Prison Mike.
Yes, right.
It's Prison Mike, but Crazy Jerry.
Yeah. I can't. But he's in Conclave and he's amazing in Conclave.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. He can be good. I have seen him be good, but there's so many where he's just really goofy.
Yeah, I don't really know what his vibe is.
I don't know if he can pull off Dumbledore. So they announced the people who are going to be in the movie?
They're slowly announcing things, but he's going to be done.
Hold on, I want to see if there's anybody else.
Okay.
I have a
'cause
lot of love for Johnny Lithgow. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know. Do we need this?
No, we didn't. We don't need
We
this.
don't need this.
Nobody's asking for it.
Right.
Nobody wants it.
Right.
And they're making it anyway. So what are we
Yeah.
supposed to do? We're going to lay down and take it, and we're going to watch the whole thing, I'm sure.
This is what happens when like the wrong people have money.
I know.
It all comes back to it.
It all comes back to the wrong people. It all comes back to bad intentions.
Yeah, right.
And it all comes back to the fact that we are media sluts.
Correct.
Every one of us. I'm talking to you two.
Yep. Everyone
Watching
out there.
us?
Yeah.
If you're watching this,
Yeah.
I mean, buddy, you'll watch anything.
Yeah.
So we know you're going to watch the Harry
Right.
Potter thing with us.
What do you think started it? I think it's the redo of Star Wars, or not the redo of Star Wars, but like they made the new trilogy, like the most recent one, and then everyone was like, "Oh, why don't we just continue everything else
Yeah. Okay.
that was ever ended? Why
Let's
don't
just
we
make sequels to everything,
Yeah.
and turn them all into TV shows. And oh my God, you're not caught up on this weird side character. You're not caught up on Glorb's Adventures on Disney Plus. Are you serious? They're
Yeah.
on season 4, and they have the guy John Ralphio from Parks and Rec. He's directing it, and he's notoriously a famous Star Wars advocate. That's
Yeah,
honestly
that's how it
not.
works.
That sounds crazy. I did it as a joke because the opening sequence to the one of the Mandalorian shows,
Yeah.
who's the Boba Fett show,
Yeah. Yeah.
is taken directly from a Parks and Rec joke scene
Yeah.
from Patton Oswalt.
Yep.
that is real.
Yes.
Sound crazy. So what I said sound crazy,
no,
but
you're
it's
right,
real.
because I've seen the same video.
It's-
I just don't get it. You know?
I don't
like
get
it's
it.
why when we're like working on our idea for a TV show, and obviously we're gonna be kind of blinded to like anything that's quote bad, because we're just throwing out ideas and we think, oh,
Right.
this one's really good.
Right.
We haven't like extremely flushed things out. But I think of things that are being made now as like redos of something, or like spin-offs that are just horrible. I'm
Mhm.
like, I'd rather have something really bad that's at least new.
I'd rather watch something new than like my friend Aiden. You know Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden. Colorado.
Very good.
Gone to no, wrong song.
That's okay. It sounded beautiful. He got me more into reading fantasy just by saying one thing. Somebody said it, that he said it, and it was he read this really fucking long fantasy book that's like new,
Okay.
because he's like, I'm just so sick of stories I know.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm like, did you like it? He's like, it's fine,
Mm-hmm.
but it was refreshing. Like it was just so nice to like have something
Yeah.
new to watch. Like
Right.
and like anything can happen in a book.
Right.
Like movies, I
Right.
feel like have to be so like by the
Mhm.
numbers, but like I'm sure there are genres of books where the same thing happens at the end of
yeah.
every book. But he said it was just kind of refreshing. I'm like, that's
That
nice.
is nice. Yeah. I am also kind of sick of the same old story, but like then there's also a comfort in it, I think.
Oh, there's a huge comfort in it. It's really nice.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I feel like when we do our show, when we're like trying
Yes.
to come up with ideas, we're trying to think what feels original.
Right. Like
what feels like it's not been done.
yes. Every time that we come across an idea where it feels like another show has done something similar,
Mhm.
or like been overdone, like a trope that's been overdone, I'm like, let's steer away from that.
Yeah.
Don't even
Or play off of it, make fun of it,
Right.
and then like go left turn,
right.
you know?
Yes. Yeah.
which I think
yeah,
is a good idea.
Yeah. But John Lithgow. What do you think? Dumbledore? You think he could do it? He's American, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it has to do an
Yeah.
accent.
Has to do an accent. See the
What if they do American Harry Potter? Hey, fucking Harry Potter.
Hey, who brought a gun? Who brought a gun to Hogwarts?
Who brought a gun to the wand fight? Huh? Who did that?
Ravenclaw, sponsored by Donald Trump. And Slytherin. He would sponsor Slytherin. Let's be
Yeah, he
honest.
would sponsor Slytherin.
But American Harry Potter. Hey, Harry, your scar looks fucking stupid.
Hey, Harry. I just keep thinking of in It's a Wonderful Life. It was like, Harry, Because it's Mary and Harry. That's all he says. Mary, oh my, I don't know. What
That's a good impression. That's a good Jimmy Stewart.
Well, Mary, I don't know anymore.
I just think there's so much more out there for me.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the money, you fat fuck?
Where's the money? Oh no,
you fat fuck piece of shit. Where's the money?
That's good. You should write it. You should write It's a Wonderful Life skit. I'm sure there's plenty, but
there's an amazing one that SNL did that it's kind of hard to do anything else but that.
Because it's so good.
And John Mulaney also did a great bit on his stand-up. So it's
tough. See, okay, well, and everybody, you just saw it happen live.
Yeah,
I gave Aaron an idea, and he went, "Actually, that's been done. What if we think of something else?"
Yes, right.
And I'm like, "Yeah, good. Yeah. I don't want to do something that's been done."
Yeah, that happens. I feel like we do that a lot.
Yeah.
Like there was a moment when I thought of an idea for a skit about Lord of the Rings, and Lucas was like, "That's been done like 10 times." And I was like, "Okay, perfect." Then I won't do it.
And it was fine.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine.
Do you think that comes back to bite us at all with the amount of people that copy things and are successful?
100%. Every time. Every time we should be doing that.
Like the amount of times I see something that like Friday Beers do, I'm like, we should just fucking copy
We
that.
could just do that.
Like when they sit there and they just make a video of like, these are new ways to call your bro, like new names to call your friend Jim or something like that. And it's like, why did we not fucking think of that? That's so stupid.
It's stupid and simple. That's why.
And it worked.
But I want to do it and be like, I came up with that fucking idea. Like,
yeah, I know.
But the thing is, online jokes have done a 180 on social. Once TikTok came out, the whole concept of like owning a joke went away.
Yeah.
It was because jokes are now called trends.
Right.
And the trend is to use somebody else's joke.
Yeah.
That's crazy. If you were a stand-up comedian, like you couldn't do it. There's no trend in stand-up comedy.
Someone can do the exact same thing you did and get 1 million more views than you.
Yep. And then they're like, oh, I'm so great.
Yes, right.
Like I'm so great at what I do.
Yeah.
And it's like you have no idea. You have no ideas.
I think well, I don't know actually. I was gonna say I think eventually it, comes around and the people who were actually like doing well or like doing their own thing, like do better. But I don't fucking know if that's true. I really don't.
Dude, I bet it doesn't. I like totally bet it doesn't.
I don't get it.
Unless you're consistently good. If you're consistently good, it's hard to ignore you. But if you have like a one-off, you're fucked.
Yeah.
I think kind of like.
Or if you're hot.
Well, if you're hot, that helps.
If you're hot, that's easy.
Yeah. And that's why we're blowing up.
If I had a big pair of knockers, game over.
Dude,
You'd what?
I'd split you like a piece of wood. Show you what a real man can do.
Yeah. There's like
that's me just stealing a joke. By the way, I stole that from Dumb and Dumber. Go ahead.
I guess we're just stealing jokes.
If we're shooting straight
this episode
today,
is about stealing jokes. Let's see how many jokes we can steal by the end of this episode.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you want to do that,
dude? I got a whole host of them up.
I bet you do. Yeah,
a whole bunch of
them.
But
the thing is, they just come up randomly in my brain. Listen, I've said it before. I love a good reference joke.
You have the best reference. Everybody says it.
Everybody says
great
it.
Reference, Aaron. You have the best references. Everybody says
Everybody says that.
Yeah, and that's original of ours.
And I love making those jokes because it brings people together.
Yes, it does.
It really does. Like if you're in a room and you like drop a line from The Office or something, everyone's like, ah ha 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 ha, The Office.
Right.
Like we've all seen this. It's a shared experience.
Right.
Because that's what comedy is.
Often.
Most of the time. It's a shared experience.
I call it a shared experience.
Like
it's a moment between you and
somebody
else.
Right?
Yeah. Well, that you laugh when something's true. You laugh,
right?
Like you laugh either because something's true or something's like so over the top.
Yes,
but there's some truth underneath that, like you're like teasing.
Yeah, I agree. I think that especially when you're on stage, like if you're doing like stand up. You're trying to like relate to someone in the audience, but you're able to actually speak to them a little bit,
Yeah.
Whereas if you're doing like sketch comedy, you have to just get them to get it immediately. There's no like, you get it? It's you have to get it.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense, what I'm saying.
No, I know what you mean.
There's a wall there because you're technically behind a glass. Whereas stand up, you're with them.
The completely different experience.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because stand up, you can read the crowd and react
Right.
to them, to like control how the feeling, the vibe
Yes,
is going.
right.
With a video, you have no control over how the audience is experiencing what you're doing.
Right.
You have no idea until it's done, and then you put it out, and you're like, "Well, that didn't do well."
Yeah, that sucked.
Like, yeah, you have to predict the future with skits. With like stand up, you can like make it work along the way.
Yeah,
that's why I could never do a podcast one person.
Oh,
you need two people to do it, so you can do that as you're going.
It's very hard to like. I think I've done 2 throughout the entire series of this podcast alone. The last one I did was like was better than the first one, but it is I felt like I was going insane.
Just yelling at the camera.
I guess I'll just do this bit now. Blah 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 blah. But you know who does that so well is Theo Von. Theo Von could do 7 hours by himself with a microphone and a camera, and it would be funny. Whereas almost everyone else in the like comedy game could not do that.
No, not well.
No,
not as like stream of consciousness as he does it. He has a very special skill that is like, it's so rare. I feel like it's so rare. Everybody else is very practiced. I feel like very rehearsed.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
And they're good at like one thing, and like he has his thing, but he's I feel like he really has it all out on the table when he's performing, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
And that's the only way to do it, and like do it long term like that.
Yes,
I think.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know how I have no idea how he does it. I think it's something he just has. He's just able to do it. I don't think it's something you can really learn.
Not easily.
No.
Not without a lot of like meditation. Like I don't fucking know. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
You have to really change as a person to be able to do that.
Yeah.
That's
insane.
That's the thing. I think he's just super vulnerable all the time.
Yeah.
And that's why it works.
Yeah.
That's why it works.
Did you see the SNL 50?
I saw clips. Cassie showed me some highlights.
There were a few parts that where I was like, "Oh, this is really funny," but there was no like new skits. You know, it was they were just doing different versions of old skits,
which is fine.
Which is great.
You know,
that's
for 50-year anniversary. That's cool.
I think it was a really fun kind of night. I enjoyed it, but it was interesting seeing the people that came from SNL that like you forgot came from SNL. Yeah. It was just so fun to like look back and see all these like
I forgot Bill Murray.
my favorite movie stars. Yeah,
right. Like Bill Murray's there.
His
Adam Sandler
was
bit was really funny.
Yeah,
he got me good.
Sandler, Sandler got choked up a little bit when he was playing.
Was he really?
Yeah, because
that's cool.
Every time because he was talking about like Chris Farley and like he was basically talking about like the people that died, and it was like very sad. But something that was really funny that they did, which I'm like so happy that whoever idea this was, congrats to you. Was they did the montage, you know, the Grammys montage, the Hunger Games, people that died.
Yep.
They did that, but with sketches that aged poorly.
Wow.
And so they played all the sketches that aged poorly.
That's really funny.
Yeah, that's hysterical.
That's really funny. It's a great idea.
Whoever came up with it.
I can't believe they actually did that. So I bet that was like an idea. That seems like an idea that would get shot down really quickly. That is a good idea.
It has to have been an idea from an old cast member.
Oh, you think?
I'm almost positive because it had to be someone that knows Lorne well enough to be like, "Hey, we should do this," and him
like
to be like,
he has to trust it.
Right?
It has to be somebody he trusts really well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like if it was like Amy or Tina.
Yeah,
or like maybe Will.
Yeah, it had to be someone. Even I don't think Sandler would think to do that because all of his bits didn't age well. But
agreed.
Yeah, I just think
I was gonna say Eddie Murphy, but I don't think they're on good terms.
Really, he was there.
He was there. I saw him.
He had a few funny skits. Yeah.
But I heard they didn't like him. But he carried the show during his years. Like it was the Eddie Murphy SNL show.
Yeah.
While he was on.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I wasn't there. I didn't live through the 80s. Okay, back off.
Stop yelling at him.
Back off.
All right.
You're making me start crying again.
He's struggling right now. He's going through a lot.
I am.
Okay.
My cat just told me he has herpes, and I gotta get checked out.
Cat? No.
What?
Not your cat.
Don't you want me to be safe and healthy?
I do want you to be safe.
Don't you want me to be safe and healthy?
I do want you to be safe. Did you see though? They did a Lonely Island like mashup of all the songs.
No, that's cool.
It was very cool.
Lonely Island is huge for them.
It was great. It was during the concert portion of it because they did the concert and then the actual show.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it was awesome.
Paul McCartney at
Yeah.
the end was awful.
Oh, really? I didn't even watch that.
You didn't watch that? Good
No.
for you. Because it was really
Was it
bad,
bad?
and embarrassing watching my hero falter on stage.
You should actually, yeah. That's probably
was
for the
hard. It
best.
was
I
hard for
didn't
me.
watch it
Yeah.
because for you, I would have
It would have come in
texted
hard.
you immediately.
It would've
about
come in-
it
it would've
and been
come
like,
in
hey, isn't this embarrassing for you?
You'd be like, hey,
I
are you
would've-
okay right now?
Yeah.
Hey, do you need me to come over?
Hey, I've
Are you with
DoorDashed-
somebody right
I've
now?
DoorDash Popeyes to your place. Wine is on the way. Get under a blanket. Get cozy. Okay.
things are really bad
Turn
right
on
now.
How I Met Your Mother. Just get it out of your head.
Don't put on the news.
Yeah.
Don't put on NBC. Promise me you won't put on NBC.
Promise.
Promise.
Yeah. So he was bad.
I mean, he was
Was he the worst performer?
he was the only one I watched, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Well, I watched him and I watched Paul Simon. Paul Simon
Yeah.
was better,
Mhm.
except for fucking Sabrina Carpenter.
No.
No, I was coming around to her.
Don't attack.
I was really loving
Don't
Sabrina
attack
Carpenter.
her. She is perfect.
Well, she has an imperfection now.
And what is it? Is this the lyric thing?
Yes, and it is a
Oh.
dark splotch on her career.
Oh, is it? Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. By the way, whatever he says, disavow. I'm Team Sabrina through and through.
Sabrina, if you're watching, you know who's going to be honest with you. So I'm going to say, wouldn't you rather have somebody who has your back in a
Mhm.
real way?
You're right.
Friends are honest with each other.
Yeah.
They sang a song called Homeward Bound, her
Mhm.
and Paul Simon
Yes, from the hit movie Homeward Bound.
with the dogs. Yep.
Yeah, 2 dogs and a cat.
Okay.
Starring Michael J. Fox. Okay, go ahead.
He played Shadow. No, he
Correct.
played Chance.
Chance.
He played Chance. Shadow almost dies at the end. I cry every time.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter played a song with Paul Simon of Simon and Garfunkel.
Legend.
They played the song Homeward Bound,
Right.
which is also a movie. Now you know. Now the movie. It's about. I just think it'd be really funny to go off topic. The song has one of my favorite lyrics of all time, and I have no reason for this besides it's just nostalgic for me.
Okay.
And it's every day is an endless stream of cigarettes and magazines.
Mm.
It's a normal enough line, but for me, I just love the way I love the lyric. I love the bounciness of it.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da. Na,
Right.
na-na-na.
That was perfect.
Sorry, I'm gonna make myself laugh. If like, I think it's funny to like. It's like a Norm Macdonald thing. You're like wasting somebody's time. Like I feel like I keep interjecting and wasting time, and I think that's funny.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
glad you think you're funny.
thank you.
I'm happy for you.
Somebody's got him. And she changed the line. She just changed the lyric to "Every day is an endless stream of airplanes and magazines." I thought that was really dumb.
Do you think it was Big Sig?
Big Sig said don't put that line in there? Big Sig wants Sig.
Oh, that's true. So Big Sig is pissed.
I think it's Big Vape.
Oh, Big Vape.
Big
Vape has
stepped
gotten
in.
to Sabrina. No!
Well, but then she would have
Stay
said,
away from her.
"Oh my dude, but do you think she's addicted?
No.
She on that pen?
No, I don't know what she's doing, but whatever it is, I support her.
What wouldn't you do for her?
What wouldn't I do?
Like-
you know what? I wouldn't murder someone.
What if
I wouldn't murder someone.
What if that person had just murdered her parents?
I'd kill them.
Okay.
Homicide.
Different. It's different than murder. They're not the same.
And if it was
thing.
it was a group of people?
Two
Double
people.
homicide? Double homicide.
You'd kill two people.
If it meant avenging her parents, yes, I would.
What if it did in her eyes, but it doesn't make any sense? like,
Wait, what do you mean? Like to the world?
yeah, like it's not
Like
that-
she's happy, but the world's pissed?
Well, yeah, because the people who she needs you to avenge aren't the people who killed her parents. She's just like,
I
these
fuck
two
up, I
random
get the
people?
wrong people?
No. Well, if you kill them, yeah. But she's like, these are them, and you're like, they're not. We have it on video evidence that those are not the people.
Oh,
who
she's
killed their-
asking me to kill two different people,
Yeah.
but she's gaslighting me into thinking they're the people that killed their parents.
right, but she believes it, so she will feel.
This seems like my anti-Batman story. This seems like an anti-Batman arc where I've seen her parents get killed in the alley,
right,
and
right.
I see the guy, And then there's another guy, and she's like, no, that was him. And I'm like, so I just saw that guy do it.
She's like, no.
Now I'm confused. I'd be confused, man.
So you wouldn't kill those people who are innocent. But,
yeah. No. Yeah. Well,
but it would mean for her that she was avenged. For in her mind, she feels avenged.
Well, see, here's where I'd be worried, because I think I would then I'd feel unfulfilled because I know that there was still work to be done.
Right. So you would kill them and then need to kill the other people also.
Correct. Quadruple homicide.
Okay, Sabrina.
For Sabrina.
Maybe he has your back more than me.
And I don't care about the lyric. So
he thinks it's normal.
Yeah.
I think it's shitting on one of the finest pieces of art of our time.
Well,
okay. Not my time, but somebody's time. Go ahead, Aaron.
I got a question. Yeah. So do you think it matters because she was performing with the man that wrote it? And he could have said, don't do that.
It's better that she was with him.
Mm.
Or it's really shitty and she didn't tell him, and then she just performed it and made him look like a goddamn fool. Imagine if somebody did that to you.
Wait.
Imagine if somebody did that to you. Like, it's your song. They ask you to play this song on the television because like, you're one of the best songwriters of all time. I want you to play one of your best songs. And you go, I'd love to. And then you go, I want to pass the torch. I want to bring up who won best pop vocal album. Was that
Sabrina.
It was Sabrina. Who won best pop vocal album? Because that's what I won when I was up and coming. Like Sabrina Carpenter. Great, bring her on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have her sing the second verse. It's my favorite verse. I'm gonna hand it down to her.
Mm-hmm.
She comes on. She changes one of your lyrics.
Mm.
Well, how would you feel?
I guess I would feel a little upset. Yeah. I'd feel a little upset. However, it could have gone either way because he's now coming out of retirement. Right?
Yeah.
It's hard to think about it in my perspective because what are they going to change the lyrics to fucking Queen of Hearts?
Maybe.
What are they going to change the jungle to, I don't know, the parking lot? I don't know.
In this parking lot. Everyone's greedy.
Who's hanging out in parking lots these days?
It's about Girl Scouts.
Yeah, I like that.
In this jungle.
In this parking lot.
In this parking lot.
I'm eating Thin Mints.
Dude, Thin Mints go hard. They're really good.
They're delicious.
So basically, just to wrap up what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Burn the witch.
You take that back right now. You take that back right now. I also had another question.
You go and then Aaron.
Okay.
No, probably not ever. Go ahead.
Bad question.
Yeah.
Do you think that you were of the very minuscule percentage of people that gave a shit?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep.
No, that's all I wanted to know.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Sabrina, if you want someone who's an actual fan, I'm your guy. This guy? Nah. If you want to come on the podcast, let me know. I know you don't really do podcast appearances, but
you could.
It'd be kind of cool if it was ours.
First time for everything.
Yeah.
And we've never had you on before, so
right.
That'd be good. That'd be interesting for us too.
And I'm a big fan.
And
I love the new deluxe version of Short and Sweet. It's incredible.
What's your favorite album of hers?
I'd say Short and Sweet. I do love, though, Opposite is probably my favorite song by her, which is off of Emails that I didn't send.
What's your favorite acting performance that she had?
Haven't seen a ton of her acting because it was mostly as a child and I wasn't watching like younger shows. But I guess I saw this one movie. I think it was called Work It? No. Something with dancing. She was a dancer in it and it was good.
Sure. Yeah.
And it was with that other guy. I think it was Jordan Fisher. Is that his name? He's a big Broadway guy.
Yeah.
I think that would be it.
Cassie talk about
I think that'd be it. He played Dear Evan Hansen after what's his face?
Sure.
I think that would be my favorite of hers. Yeah.
That's cool. And then what would be your favorite of her 10th grade English essays?
Probably the one on how the Catholic Church needs to revamp because people are starting to lose faith in the way that people are acting,
I thought that one was really powerful too.
which is crazy because she did it at a Jewish school.
Did she go to a Jewish school?
No, which was also crazy.
That's so weird.
While she's on set,
Wow. That's honestly, Sabrina, I take back what I said.
you should.
I take back what I said.
Yeah.
I'm with Aaron.
Thank you.
I'm your number 2.
Yeah,
He's
sure.
your number 1
right.
when he needs stuff done. Number 2, you know, you want to call me.
He's here for the harder stuff. You got to bear down for the number
That's
twos.
right. That's right. If you need to plunge up some dirty details on people,
Don't use plunge. Plunge is so gross. Plunge is disgusting. In any context, plunge is. Don't use plunge in the pod or in real life. Ever use plunge?
I'm her number 2. Okay, I will use the term.
Don't ever use plunge again, especially not when you're talking about Sabrina. God, have some respect.
You know she's clogged some toilets, brother. You know it's happened. You can ignore it all you want.
I disagree.
She's a human being.
I don't think so.
She's a human being.
I don't think she's ever had anything that would make her clog a toilet.
You've seen the way she eats.
She's not built like me. I've clogged many a toilet in my day.
Crying?
No. Well, I was for a minute there.
Plunge.
Can't believe you used
I'm
plunge.
gonna plunge up some old dirty details on people.
Oh my God.
I have some great, good news for you.
Oh, you got news.
Got news.
Wow. What is it? What, you're still thinking about plunge, are you?
Aaron, I got some good news for you.
Okay.
This summer,
Okay.
I'm gonna make you question my race. Guys, I'm getting a tan.
Oh no. Wait, spray?
I have a roof now. I have a roof now. I'm gonna get a real good tan.
Is this because people keep coming up to you and asking if you're Mexican?
Generally, that's the first one I get. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's usually in the summer. Usually in the summer, I get Mexican.
Okay.
Liam Sloan thought I was Indian. I think we've talked about that.
That's
Which
crazy.
is wild. He's like, I thought you were Indian. And I was like, you still talking
Me?
to me? You still talking to me?
It can't be me that you're talking to.
And then at first I thought well, then he flip-flopped. It was like, do you mean like Indian or do you mean like Native American? He's like, both, I guess. I was like, I don't know. I don't think that's how that works.
That's a man who had never seen
I don't think that's how any of that works.
any other race in his life.
Actually, he dated 2 Native American women.
Really?
They're sisters.
Oh my God. We got to get him on the pod. We have to have him on the pod. Every time Liam comes up, there's a new story that's hysterical.
Dude,
How did he do that?
His treasure trove is layers thick, dude.
Unbelievable. The hole-in-one story
The hole in
is
one story.
unfreaking believable. Go watch that episode that we had him. It was years ago, but it was so good.
We did have a hole. It was honestly, it's one
He
of my
faked a
favorite
hole-in-one, and he
stories
has his
of all
picture
time.
up in a
Yeah,
and a golf course,
at a golf course
and a plaque.
A golf course has a plaque and his picture up because he faked a
He
hole
faked a
in one
hole-in-one.
to impress some girls. The race unknown. I don't know who they
It's
were.
incredible. Good for him.
I want him to come back on and tell it again.
Yes, I
'Cause
agree.
It's very funny.
I would love to do like a really long Liam episode. We get him here. We
Yeah.
just talk for hours.
Oh my God.
I chop up anything I need to chop up, but we just go.
Then there'd be some.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
I bet you would zoom in.
Yeah.
You could
Oh, I'd
zoom
love
in.
to get him here though.
Dude,
He'll never come and visit.
I would love to have him, but
We could do
I
a
don't
trip to
know.
Nashville.
We could. That's
When he
right.
moves.
We could.
Do a
He's
little
in
trippy trip.
Indianapolis right now,
Okay.
but we could do a trip to Nashville. That
I would love to go to India.
actually,
I've
that'd
heard
be
it's
kinda
cheap
fun.
as hell there.
It is really cheap. He was paying like his total rent was the amount I pay for rent for my place, my
Split.
part.
Yeah.
Split, which I then split off is 1/2 that I split with Cassie, and he has like a whole house on the water,
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
which is crazy.
That's ridiculous.
And then
Well,
he
what-
splits that amount with his girlfriend, Kathleen, and they have a dog.
It's crazy. Shout out Liam and Kathleen. What's
Shout
the
out.
big news?
I'm getting a tan.
That's it?
That was the big news.
So you think that the tan is gonna really change everything?
Yeah, it's gonna make a very big.
Can I
difference for him.
tan with you?
Yeah, please.
Do you want to do a tan off?
Boys tan.
See how tan we can get?
Yo, dude, summer boys tan. You want to come over on
we could
a
go
Friday?
we could go to Sam's roof
Sam's roof?
and tan.
I'm big in. I'd love to come and tan.
Okay. Yeah, we'll
Put on
tan.
some music. Have a couple.
Oh my god, some yacht rock and tan.
Oh,
maybe a margarita?
A margarita?
Please.
Don't fuck with me,
You know,
Aaron.
this-
Don't fuck with if you can't get
I
excited
genuinely
like this.
just got like chills down my body because the thought of that is making me giddy. Like I want
like
that.
a
I want
lot
that so
of
bad.
fun.
Boys tan.
boys tan.
I want boys tan so bad.
Dude, we're gonna get real fucking dark this summer. We're gonna get real dark. We're gonna get so dark.
I actually do I need a good tan. I've been getting way too pale. My Italian is leaving me.
yeah, dude. I'm surprised. You were more tan.
I know.
You were much more tan. You're getting
It's because I'm never outside. I mean, granted, it's been the winter, but still.
still.
Even when it was the summer, I need to get out more.
Dude, breath of fresh air today.
Oh,
Did you go outside at all?
that fall spring was hitting hard.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah, I loved it.
I breathed in and I went, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah, right.
Things are gonna be okay.
It's
Thank
all
God.
about like thinking that it's over. Winter's like it's done. It's
Yeah.
over. It's not. It's not over.
It's not.
Don't get that confused.
Don't let it hurt. You're gonna
But
get hurt.
it's-
If you trust this,
it's
you're
really
gonna get
nice
your
today.
feelings hurt. You're gonna get your
And
feelings
guess what?
hurt.
It's gonna be 60 on Saturday.
Can you say it again?
It's gonna
For
be
people in the back?
60 on Saturday.
It's gonna be 60 on Saturday, everybody.
Are you working on Saturday?
Thank God I'm not. I'm gonna be upstate recording all day. So
Nice.
that's I mean, actually, I guess I
That'll
could
be
open up
nice
the
to be
doors.
upstate. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be that warm upstate.
Probably. Maybe. I could tell you in
Who's to
5
say?
seconds.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No. It's gonna be rainy and 50.
That was incredible, by the way.
Thank you.
That was incredible
That's
timing.
that's exactly how much
was exactly
that
5
was really
seconds.
cool. No, well done. Thanks for
Good work.
counting that out for me. Are you sure?
Can we talk about album of the day? We were supposed to do
Oh, that was
we
supposed to be
didn't.
like the main thing.
Yeah.
We did an album in a day,
Yeah.
and it was a lot of fun. It was especially a lot of fun for me, but I'll get
I
into
think
it.
you had the most fun.
I had by far the most fun.
and
which
I have
is
to
crazy.
actually get out ahead of this real quick.
No, get into it.
I
Get into it.
wanna apologize
Why?
because it's great. I love it.
What?
The album.
Dude, it's really good.
I love
It's
it.
really good.
And I wasn't mad, by the way, throughout the
Okay.
day. I
'cause
wasn't
kept-
mad. I was so locked in because I was worried that you two were so focused on this rock opera. Lucas wrote a rock opera
Yeah,
that I was like, oh shit, I need to write so many songs because they're focused on one thing.
I was focused on basically just one song the entire time.
Yeah.
Which is generally a no-no.
Yes.
But it was 11 minutes, so it's
Yes.
kind of okay.
It was a long one.
And you know what? I had to keep checking it because I wasn't sure.
Right.
And you did pull it off. You wrote like 4 songs.
I kept going. I realized
On your laptop.
something that I wrote. Everything had the same structure. All of my songs had the exact same structure.
Oh, what was it?
And I wrote like very similar melodies
I mean, that's kind of smart.
on each song.
That's kind of smart to do. They are packaged then.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But it was just the same. It was like
What was it?
verse, chorus, verse, chorus, little bridge that's mostly just a solo of some sort, and then chorus again. And it was that the entire way, and every melody was like almost exactly the same.
No, they're different.
But it was
especially
good.
because the vibe of the songs were really different, you know?
Yeah, I agree. But it was fun. It was in general, it was fun. We have to talk about the Mercury night. That's the only thing I want to talk about.
I mean, it was pretty epic news if you ask me, the Mercury night.
It was big.
So that's I had a spirit take over me in the spirit of
Yes.
the Mercury night when I woke up that morning.
Yes.
And I knew what I must do.
Mhm.
And it was write a rock opera. It was you need to write a song that has 10 parts.
Yep.
And covers the story of a superhero killing aliens. And
Yeah, and you, by the way, let's not skip over this. You woke up
I woke
and
up.
were brushing your teeth going, the Mercury night, the
Yeah.
Mercury night, he never. So he never backs down and he never packs light.
Yes, so that was Max's song, that one.
Yes.
And that is.
But that's you singing the chorus, right?
No, that's all Max.
That's him?
That's him.
That sounds
yeah.
just like you.
Dude, it does sound like me. The Mercury Night. The Mercury Night.
That was funny. And then
Never
the
backs
actual,
down and he never
the
backs
whole
wide.
opera that's 11 minutes long, by the way, is unbelievable.
Dude.
Every single point, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But in the best way.
Yeah. It's like, you're overwhelmed. You're like,
Yeah.
as soon as you feel like you've got your feet on the ground with a song, it just switches up on you and
Yep.
something new happens.
Yeah.
It's like, how do I follow the narrative?
Yes.
How do I follow what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
within the music?
Mm-hmm.
Because I went out of my way because one of our stipulations was that we couldn't use any instruments.
Yes, right.
It had to be, everything had to be in the box.
Right.
So I used a MIDI electric guitar
Yes.
for a lot of it. And it sounds so weird.
Yeah. MIDI guitar is like the one MIDI instrument that just you cannot work with.
No, it just sounds like
It's
shit
impossible.
usually. Especially because you try to play it like chords, but like that's not how guitar works.
Right.
Like,
yeah. You have to strum it.
right. Yeah.
Like you
Gotta
can't strum something on a piano.
Yeah. So I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
And I still wanted to go for psychedelic, but then I was like, I woke up singing like, "Hello, Mercury, and I burst right through the storm and cap." And I was like 90% sure I stole that melody from somewhere, but I'm like, who would write that?
It's an incredible like theater melody.
It's a theater melody.
Yeah.
It's a triumphant like da da da.
Yeah, right.
Da, da, da.
Yes.
It's over the top. It is. I was going for funny on a lot of them.
Yeah.
And then like as I was making, I'm like, okay, this is like not bad. This is kind of
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm kind of fucking with this.
Yeah. The whole portion of if you actually like took away the production of it, took away the instrumentation, just looked at the lyrics of it, it's a very serious play. It's like there's shit going down. Like Caden loses his family. The ending, by the way, it's just like he like handles his feet. He defeats them, but he's still sad.
And
it's so depressing. It's so depressing. Like you wrote something that was horribly heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But it's with just like a weird vocoder on it, and you're like, well, I guess this is just what's
I
happening.
guess that's just I guess he's just forever sad.
It's crazy. I cannot tell you how hard I was laughing on the subway listening to Caden's life. It is so funny. You always go down too far. You could have stopped the melody where it was, but you go down too far to where it gets dissonant. And I'm like, why did you do that? It's so frustrating.
I got a key. I got a key at the end.
It's so good.
Dun, dun, dun. And I was like, that's not in the key. You can't do it.
Why go down there? Yeah, but that also very sad. It's like
It's
so
also
heartfelt.
really
I'm like,
sad.
oh, the lyrics are so real.
Well, it's very like it's the chorus is
how he lost his wife and child. Oh my god!
It's like they always wore matching socks. He loved his wife, so they had a kid, and the kid started going to school. Like it's really great.
If you haven't, by the way, listen while pause the podcast right now. Go listen, and then come back and listen to this because it is unbelievable.
Because spoilers.
Yeah. First of all, spoilers about the story. And think of the most analog beat you could possibly think of. That's what happens for the majority of it.
The analog beat?
And like an analog, specifically that song, Caden's Life, like the beat that you use, it was like the most basic computerized beat. And it's like, what is happening? Yeah.
And I went into it not trying to like make it. I did not want it to sound Caden's Life in particular.
Yeah.
Like it sounded.
Right.
I was just like, I need to make a song right now, really quickly.
Yeah. You thought it was going to be like
I thought
more ballady?
Yeah. Well, I thought it was going to be like, I thought the feeling of the music was going to be like heartfelt and like make you feel good. And it doesn't. And it just doesn't. It makes you feel like it makes you feel like ostracized. It makes you feel like you're like getting picked on the playground.
It does. It makes it feel like Caden's life is a joke.
Yeah.
Like even it's
Yeah.
so real to him, but nobody gives a shit
nobody
about him.
gives- yeah,
It's like
it's
your
like-
your life is so, you have a wife and kids, you loser, you freaking loser.
Oh, you have a wife and kids?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you have a wife and kids? Fuck you. Yeah. That's what that
was.
song is.
That's what it felt like.
And then they die.
Yeah.
Then they die to consumption.
And then he has to become the Mercury
which
Knight.
is tuberculosis.
Well, he has to. Lucas, I'm not kidding. I've listened to it 5 times because I need the story.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
trying
the
to
story-
picture it in my head.
I
I'm
need
like,
to put
oh, so
pieces
he has to
together.
fulfill the prophecy of the Mercury
Right,
Knight.
there's a
It's
prophecy.
not, he's not just already the Mercury Knight. He has to
No,
fulfill
no.
the prophecy because the old man comes up to him.
Because the old man,
It's all
because there's no
story.
man- because there's no man. And at first he's like, I don't know if I want to do this, but then the
Right.
old man's words rattle around in his head.
Yes.
And he's like, I guess I have to do this. And then he travels across the great wooded plains
Yes.
of toxic gas.
Right.
He swims through the sea of muck.
Yes.
And
It's just elf.
It's just elf.
swirly, twirly
It is-
gumdrops.
that is what I stole that from was Health, 100%. And then he goes to and then there's the dark moment for the Mercury Knight. Well,
Yes.
for Caden, he's still Caden.
Caden. He's not the Mercury Knight
And-
yet. He has
yeah.
to travel as Caden, which, by the way, people aren't talking about enough.
No,
He has to go through these
he's-
trials and tribulations as a human.
as Caden. Yeah, right. As
He's
a mortal
mortal.
person. As a mortal person. He has to earn the right to
Right.
become the Mercury Knight.
Yes.
It isn't like a normal prophecy. A lot of people think,
Right.
oh, well, this type of person will come along. No.
It's not like there's the chosen one.
No, there's no chosen
Okay,
one.
right.
He was just told, somebody has to go do this.
Yeah.
Somebody has to become the Mercury Knight.
Mhm.
And he was like, you know what? My family's fucking dead. Like, what else am I gonna do?
Yeah.
So he travels to the city of Grice under
Mhm.
many sheets of ice.
Yeah.
And in the moment, well, he's just before he grabs
Yeah.
just before he grabs the sword, he freezes to death.
Yeah.
And then as he dies, his hands clasp
Mm-hmm.
around the sword and he becomes the Mercury Knight
Yeah.
in death.
Yep.
In death. And but the music, it's so funny because it's like a really distant chord. And the Mercury Knight succumbed to the night. And he died.
But in that moment, you're like, oh,
No.
not
No!
Caden. He was supposed to be the Mercury
He's
Knight.
supposed to be the Mercury Knight.
But the whole story, especially up until that point, is just a cooler King Arthur.
It is just right. It is
It's
just King
cooler
Arthur.
King
He just has to go
Arthur.
find the sword.
Because King Arthur is the chosen one.
Yes, King
He
Arthur
has to
is the
pull-
chosen one.
yes,
He's supposed
right.
to draw the.
This sword's just there.
It's just for some reason it's buried under
And
the
apparently
ice.
no one's found it. I don't know. The old man was hard to find, maybe. So he couldn't get,
Yeah,
like,
well, how does the old man know about it?
yeah, where's the map? Like, why didn't the old
There's some
man? Old man was
backstory
like,
here.
I didn't want to do it. I don't
Well,
fucking-
I'm 75.
Yeah, right. He's old. He's always been old, too.
He's always and
he was
he's
born
been-
old and he stayed old.
He's Benjamin Unbuttoned. He was just completely. He was always this age.
Yeah,
he's born old.
He started at 80 and then
and he
just
ended
kept
at 80.
80. Yeah. He didn't age or he just was born at 80 and he stayed 80 forever.
And if I write the book, and I want to write the book at some
Yeah.
point, he dies immediately after. Like he
Yes.
gets stepped on or something.
Lucas, I told you this like a few days ago, but we could actually like do. I'm sorry for everyone, by the way. I have How I Met Your Mother on the brain, so I'm comparing everything to How I Met Your Mother. Remember when he slaps Barney because Lily makes them go to her horrible show? And then Barney's like, I could do that, and you have to come and be nice to me about it because I have to be nice to you.
Right.
Remember that? We could do a show like that, but it's the Mercury Knight.
Dude, that'd be crazy. That'd be so funny. That'd be so
so
funny.
We rent a very, very small theater.
Yeah. Like a
With some literal folding chairs to like for the audience, and we do
the Mercury Knight.
Yeah.
A 3-hour epic.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that'd be incredible.
We could do that.
Yeah, a 3 hour.
The 3-hour and there's no intermission. There's no intermission.
We give everyone bottles to pee in,
Yes. No, you can't. If you cannot get up.
and
we
if you
lock the
don't like it,
doors.
you can throw the piss at us.
Yeah.
You're against that.
Well, no, it's
'cause
gonna be
you're number two
No,
guy.
no, it's
That's
gonna,
fine.
I'm gonna classic
You're the
number one
guy.
guy to
Yeah,
suggest.
I know.
I get it. No, it's just gonna be good enough where they won't have to do that.
Right,
That's gonna be that good.
and we're charging $100 admission. Which does. The tickets are $15, but the fees are $85.
Where do the fees go to? Covering costs.
The
Don't ask.
Mercury Night.
Don't ask. It's the Mercury.
wait,
Go to the
wait.
Mercury Night.
Wait, you got too many questions. Get out of here. We don't want you at this fucking play anyway.
Can I spoil the ending? Should I spoil the ending?
Please do.
So then this is my favorite part.
Yeah.
Is so after we hear about Caden, we cut to Mort Mortkex.
Mortkex.
Mortkex, yeah.
Oh, it's Mortkex. I thought it was Mortkex.
It's Mortkex, but the T is
Mortkex.
silent. So he goes by Mort for short.
Okay.
But his name is Mortkex.
But he doesn't have any plans.
So he doesn't have any plans. So basically, his father died,
Mm-hmm.
and he's now the prince, and he has to take over the world and fulfill his father's destiny to take over the world.
Right.
After coming up from the ice, and he takes over the world really quickly,
as you should.
and then he's like, well, what now? He's like, did Dad have anything else he wanted to do? And they're like, no, that was it. And then like, well, what do we do? And then everyone's like, buddy, you're in charge. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of like sitting there. He's like, all right, what should? And then he's like, start talking to people, and they're like, let's just kill the humans.
Yeah.
They're like, and he's like, what? And they're like, let's kill the humans. He's like, I don't know, man. I'm like, you should go kill the humans. So he goes to the room where he has a button where he can call the humans, and he's like, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm thinking, you know what? I don't know why we took over the world. Now I'm thinking about kind of a dumb move on my part. People were kind of doing okay, I think.
Yeah.
So he goes and he announces to everybody. He's like, he has a big speech in front of all the cameras, and he's like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. That was really dumb and stupid. Like, I'm going to make sure there's peace on Earth, and I'm going to make sure that all humans are, and then immediately, the Mercury Knight streams through the sky and destroys the whole fleet and kills all of the aliens except for Mort. And then
wait, the thought of it happening on stage. Everyone freezes, and he's just the Mercury Knight.
Yeah, he comes the Mercury Knight, and he just starts fucking killing everybody. He kills all the aliens. They're about to give peace. He's like, fuck you.
By the way, I played Mortkex.
Yeah, he plays Mortkex. He plays Mortkex in the.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good performance. Some are saying it's Timothy Chow level.
Yeah, no, you're up.
I'm up next.
You're up for.
I'm gonna be one of the greats.
You're up next. Yeah, that Scorsese's looking at you. Nolan's looking at you. Tarantino's looking at you, but that's more of a behind the scenes type of thing.
Yeah.
I've been looking at you for a couple of years now.
Thank you.
I might cast you when I shoot this movie.
I appreciate it. That'd be really nice.
And anyway, so then the Mercury Knight's fine. We're gonna give him a human trial. We're gonna put him on trial for his crimes. And he's like, okay, go ahead, go up on the stand and say your piece. Yeah. And Mort goes up on the stand, and the Mercury Knight kills him. He kills him in the court.
Yeah. So I've actually decided to bring peace. The Mercury. I love that. Should be a bit throughout the entire thing.
Yeah,
it's like someone saying something like blah 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 blah. The Mercury Knight came up.
He kills him. Him.
I think he should be struggling with his bloodthirst.
Well, he goes.
Like Caden should have a little bit of that because he's crazy enough to go be the Mercury Knight.
Yeah. The whole time
is he trying to avenge?
Yeah.
Because the aliens killed his family.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like
okay.
That's the thing. He's mad because the aliens, they just died, and he's just angry about it, and he thinks
Okay.
He's like, I need to do something. I don't know what
How
to do.
How does family die?
To tuberculosis.
Okay. The tube.
The consumption is what they used to call it.
Okay.
And I picked that because there has recently been a tuberculosis outbreak in the United States, and millions of people die every year to tuberculosis. It's a very preventable disease. John Green is releasing a book about it. It's a whole thing.
Oh wow. Yeah. Johnny Green.
Oh, Johnny Green.
Yeah.
And then the last words in the musical, because it's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Is he's like,
it's an epic.
It's an epic. It's the last words in the epic is, and the Mercury Knight, he killed Mortkex, but no one can bring back his family.
Yeah. I do have something to bring up about that part.
Yeah.
Specifically the very end, the family. Okay.
Sure.
You don't say family. You end on "ma." Or no, you do family. And you hold that.
Holding the L.
And you don't end on E. And it is infuriating. I thought you did it on purpose.
Serious? No, I had no idea. That's really
Watch,
funny.
I'll show you. It is insane.
Pull it up.
I'm not kidding. Look at this. First off, the first part gets me. wait. Hold on.
the ice where the Corbeck sleeps for weeks and weeks and weeks.
And we. That'd be fun. I'm like, how many times can I say? Why is it weeks?
Why is it so many
Why
weeks?
is it-
And weeks could have been anything. It
Could have been
didn't need to be
years.
saying a bunch
Could
of
have been
things.
years. It could have been eons.
my God.
I thought weeks was a funny.
What was it?
Yeah.
No ending. There's no E. There's you don't finish the sentence. You don't end the Lee of
I
family.
remember that. I didn't know I did that. Dude, I was so crazy in that moment. I was so boundless. I was a feral animal making when that song was finally coming together. I'm like, all the pieces. I have all the pieces. I put my masterpiece
You're like
together.
Charlie, like
Yeah.
yeah. I couldn't believe that you didn't finish that word. I was like, did he do this on purpose? That's horrible. It makes me so mad.
Opens it up for a sequel.
True. Yeah. Yeah, he's leaving room for Mercury Night 2. Mercurier.
Mercurier.
Who would be like the Mercury Knight's arch enemy? Like his nemesis?
Tuberculosis. He tries to defeat tuberculosis.
He becomes a
politician.
He becomes a pharmacist. Like, what does he become?
Maybe he just goes around the world killing anybody who has tuberculosis so they can't spread it anymore. They're like, yeah, I just feel a little cough, but I'm fine. Mercury Night, the Mercury.
Now, would you think that the Mercury Knight would, like, if he was to have like an actual nemesis that's like a person?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Would he be more like? Would you think of planet Mercury or Mercury the actual like substance?
I think I was thinking of the planet.
Okay.
But
Could just be Pluto the dog from Mickey Mouse.
it could be Pluto. No, I think
Pluto's his sidekick. Pluto.
And then he has Venus, his sidekick, sex slave, because Venus is historically hot.
Okay.
Okay,
Sure.
no, we'll get rid of that.
No, we can keep
cut
that one.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
We'll
The
do-
big bad one is Jupiter.
no, Aaron. I don't know
what I said.
Did you mean to say that? You said Jupiter correctly once, and then you corrected yourself with the other.
I was trying to think of a different way. I know, because in my head I thought, oh, Peter. It could be someone named Peter. What is
Jupiter.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
His nemesis. His nemesis.
God damn. No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Aaron, this is
I didn't mean it. We have to keep it in. I didn't mean it.
He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it. For the record.
It's gonna have to be Saturn, I guess.
Yeah. Or Saturn. Yeah. The
Oh my God.
the Saturn
It can't be Jupiter.
the Saturn sailor. Maybe.
Shit.
Anyway. Yeah. Jesus.
Jupiter.
Hey guys, how are you?
I'm sorry, guys. It's my own fault.
So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So go listen to it.
Yeah, go listen
to it.
Yeah, and I got Max in on it too.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of auxiliary
Max got
songs.
sick.
And Max got sick. Max went home early, which was crazy. Poor guy. He didn't feel good.
Yeah.
It was that T-Bell, maybe.
It was that T-Bell.
That T-Bell. And you know what? That was the first time I think any of us had to like go, I can't do it.
Yeah. We've
Which
all
is
made
crazy.
it through all of them.
We've
Yeah.
made it through all of them. And you know
Mhm.
what? I think that's a testament to how good we have done, how
Yeah.
well we have done. It's taken us this long for somebody to be like, I can't.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's okay.
Yeah, I agree.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But the songs he made were really cool. They were all in theme, in universe
Yes.
of the Mercury Night. So if you're interested.
Except for mine.
Well, yeah, except for Aaron's.
Mine are not.
But they're also really good. I mean, one of them is in theme for the universe of Jack Horner. It's the fall of Max Kosinski, and I thought that was so funny.
Yes, that was.
And then in the middle, you have a beat switch. Here you go. Oh yeah, you thought I couldn't do a beat switch? You thought I couldn't do a brand new song, 2 songs in one? Anyway, Max is dead. He's not really dead though. Max is dead. No, really, he's not actually dead. I love he kept going back and forth. Made me laugh every time.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I did that because remember earlier in the day, by the way, this was crazy. Max played Band on the Run just from in his head. He's never played it before.
That
and
was
he played
crazy.
the full song.
The full song. He went from the start to the end.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. When did you learn that?
Mhm.
And he's like, it's just from memory.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's just from hearing
just
the song.
from hearing the song and
Yeah.
just knowing what the chords are going to be
Yeah.
and playing them.
But because he did that, and Band on the Run does that like 3 times where they just change song mid-song, I was like, I'm going to do that.
Is that where you got that
Yeah.
from?
Yeah.
That's smart.
So then I did it.
That was smart.
So.
The other one I thought that made me laugh was your 19 Crimes one.
Oh, nice.
About
Yeah, that one was fun.
About Snoop Dogg's wine.
Snoop Dogg's wine. Yes. His 20th crime was making the wine.
It was really bad. I thought it was really bad. Cass and I wanted to keep Snoop's bottle, but it didn't fit above our our cabinets.
Classic Snoop.
But it was really fun. You pull out the cork.
Snoop, Shadoop.
It's got him on the cork.
That is really funny.
Which is kind of sick.
He's got comedy.
What other songs did you do? I liked all of them.
Come Over After is my favorite one I did.
I like Come Over After a lot.
That one worked
That was
really
a
well.
really
It's very
good chorus.
easy. It's very simple.
Yeah.
I didn't do too much with it. And then I did the first one, which was I did 4 in total. The first one was Man on a Ledge.
Man on a Ledge.
Yes.
What was that one about?
Man on a Ledge.
Sewer Slide?
It wasn't about Sewer Slide, no.
Okay.
I do love when Max says that on the pod. Sewer Slide, Sewer Slide.
Is that what he's saying?
He's like, don't get demonetized.
Is that where you got that from?
Yeah.
That's really
It's
fun.
funny. It's funny. We're stealing jokes today. It was
Oh,
the
yeah,
episode
theme
of
is-
stealing
theme
jokes.
is stealing jokes.
Well, I
Oh.
think that's. I mean,
Yeah, I think
that was
that's
a lot.
That was a lot.
I can't believe I said Jew Peter.
That's we forgive you.
We
As if I can speak for. That was so funny. That was my
my
highlight.
body shut down.
That was my highlight for the episode.
Okay, well, I'm glad
was
it's gonna be in there.
You accidentally saying that.
Cool. All right, well, that's all we got for today. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe, follow us on all social media. Buy tickets to the concert, our show, which when this comes out, it'll be this weekend. So this weekend is our
right,
show.
yeah.
Come out, Bowery Electric. Doors at 5. Land starts at 5:30. That's March 8th for people that don't know dates. Please come out, buy tickets online. You can also buy them at the door. It's gonna be a great show.
If you want to meet my cousin, she's going to be there.
Jenna's gonna be there.
Jenna's going to be there. She's bringing a friend.
I'm gonna meet Jenna at the concert.
Yes, sir.
Crazy. She commented, by the way. She said you have never invited her on the show. I feel like that's a lie.
That has to be a lie.
She said I can't dodge an invitation that was never sent.
Oh shit.
I'm like, I feel like
Jenna,
you've
you're
asked.
invited.
Okay,
You're invited on the next pod.
done.
Done and doner.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.